What's going on, everybody? Good to see ya. I will be hanging out with you all for probably about 30 minutes, and I'm betting my daughter does not take a full nap today. The reason being, because the next door neighbors are getting a roof put on, and the construction workers just got back from lunch, and you won't be able to hear it, but I can hear it. And it's just boom, 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 boom. So we'll see. But welcome, guys. Why wouldn't I? I am playing the trailer. What are you talking about? Crafter Anonymous, welcome to the stream. 4N631 IC Oblivion. Welcome, man. The Last Jedi, Took 17. What's going on, Took? Vince Wynn, mostly an F1 fan. Last Jedi. Vince Wynn, once again. Welcome, man. Stuart Lugson, what's up, Stuart? Admiral Crust, good to see you, man. Fluffy Toaster 427. TGB Kid. Mr. St. Jake, what's going on, man? Mystery Dude, welcome, one and all. It is time to do a little low-key afternoon 30-minute stream as we listen to some tunes and watch a little bit of that Mandalorian trailer. When it comes to my hype, I'm very hyper focused, you know. And the latest thing that I see is the thing that I'm most excited for. And at the moment, and that's going to change as soon as this stream ends, but I'm watching the Mandalorian right now, the trailer with you all, and I'm just I'm so pumped for this show. That at the moment, everything else I've forgotten about. As soon as the stream ends, I mean, the Rise of Skywalker, the films are what I'm always going to be most excited about, I think. It just feels super weird to be, insanely excited for a Star Wars show. It's still so kind of foreign of a concept, to me at least, to be excited for a Star Wars live-action show, you know? But, anyway, I'm pumped for it. Where does the term trailer come from? That's a good question. I'm assuming maybe trailers used to play after a movie? Could that be the case? I'm bullshitting right now. I have no idea. Did trailers for movies, did movie previews used to play after the film? So you would watch the movie and then the previews would come and they would trail the film. I'm looking this up because that is a good guess. Where does the term trailer come from? Okay, here we go. A trailer, also known as a preview or coming attraction, is a commercial advertisement for a feature film, blah, blah, blah. The term trailer dates back to the distribution of movies on reels of film. That didn't answer. Having originally been shown at the end of a feature film screening. There we go. That practice did not last long because patrons tended to leave the theater after the films ended, but the name has stuck. Trailers are now shown before the film begins. There you go. All right. There you go. A little good guess. That's interesting. Carter Lovejoy, thank you so much for the first super chat, channel support, and once again, a little silly theory this afternoon. Carter Lovejoy says, theory, Mike Zero is revealed to be Darth Plagueis' former roommate's cousin's nephew's brother's father's son. Inception sound. What is the Inception sound? Is it just a boom? Is that what it is? I haven't seen Inception since it was in the theater. It's been a very, very long time. That sounds like it would be... Well, that sounds like it is exactly out of Spaceballs. Wah. Oh, is the Inception sound. Wah. There was a movie that used this very similar sound effect, but it was for spaceships. Oh, what was it for? I'm sure so many movies do that nowadays. It's become kind of the trailer sound effect as well, right? Wow. What am I thinking of? There was a sci-fi movie with spaceships, and the spaceships, whenever they moved, they made a sound like that. I can't remember. Anyway, I'd like to see Inception again. I remember enjoying it. Like I said, I haven't seen it since it first came out. It didn't hit me as much as it seemed to hit a lot of the internet. I mean, the internet still talks about that movie like crazy. And I guess I need to give it another watch, right? But Carter, I did it in reverse with the father's brother's former roommate line. There you go. Yep. Little Spaceballs. But yeah, I appreciate that, Carter. Sorry for the plug with the big update with your cameo role has been released for my game. Nice, man. I guess I could post the Steam link if I can pull that up. Oh, updating Steam. That's cool, man. Admiral Crust. Everybody see Admiral Crust in the chat there. He was cool enough to reach out and have me record a couple lines of dialogue. I apologize for ruining your game, Mr. Crust. But yeah, I have a couple lines of dialogue in the game, and I'll post this. Can I post the Steam chat? Let me see if it'll. I'm updating my. Can I get? Oh, it's updating right now. Nice. Okay, let's see. Try to fall asleep. Steam. Nice. So yeah, Crust was cool enough to reach out, and I recorded. I haven't played it yet, but I have it installed, and the update is actually going right now. I should probably stop that while I'm streaming. Oh, it is queued. Okay, it's not going yet. It's queued. Something's queued. But here's the game. I have a couple lines of dialogue in there. It's just really cool. I mean, like, I've never done anything like that. So once again, it's probably ass on my part. It's not much of a performance, man. It's just me trying to figure out how to not sound like a robot. But I appreciate letting me be a part of that, man. And it's called Try to Fall Asleep, and it looks like the perfect thing to play today and tomorrow, because Halloween's right here, right? But it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Yeah, once again, I appreciate you reaching out and letting me do that. Why do you replay trailers on a loop when you stream? I have to lower my screen so I don't get tired of seeing the same footage over and over again. That's just something to look at, you know? With my lights, especially when a new trailer comes out. With a Lightspeed Lounge, if I was just talking about the trailer with this, you know, you don't really see what I'm talking about, you know? I don't know. Just kind of loop it over and over again. It's cool. These streams are kind of podcast form anyway, right? But, I don't know. Might as well have something on there. I love that the droids are back. I love the prequels. Thor. Yeah, it's cool. I'm very curious how they're going to play a part, if at all, in The Mandalorian. Or if they're kind of background window dressing, right? From like a scrapyard or not an antique shop, but some like hoarder almost, you know? Some dude's garage, just a lot of spare parts from a lot of different things, a lot of different eras in Star Wars equipment and hardware. I kind of have a guess, and I'm guessing that maybe there's a crime lord, a warlord, and, you know, he is just kind of piecing together everything he can find. When times are tough, as I said in my tweet, you find every little piece of hardware and equipment that you can possibly use, and try to repurpose it, right? So I love the fact that we see some of that kind of stuff in The Mandalorian. I doubt it's going to play a front and center role, but the fact that it's there and it's kind of bridging the gap between the past and the present is really neat, and I'm very curious how it's going to come into play, right? Pretty awesome. I am so goddamn thirsty. There we go. What movies do you like to watch around Halloween? Jackson. You know, I don't really have a go-to list. We always end up watching Halloween, the original Halloween. This year we've watched It. We watched Beetlejuice. We watched... Is that it? That's all we've watched so far, I think. Oh, we watched the entire season of American Horror Story, the cult season of American Horror Story. If you guys haven't seen American Horror Story, like, I was kind of poo-pooing it at first. My wife was watching it when it first came out. And then maybe 2 years later, on the third season or so, I started watching, and I was like, damn, this is really fun. It's a really good show. The acting, man, for TV, it is impeccable. Evan Peters is so damn good. Sarah Paulson is so damn good. That show is fantastic. And you know, Halloween's here. If you guys haven't seen American Horror Story, I highly recommend it. The hotel season was great. They're all very weird. They all start out relatively subdued, and then they just compile on each other episode to episode in the weird department. Until you're just sitting back on, what the hell is going on? This has gotten so crazy. It's really worth watching for sure. But yeah, nothing in particular. Usually just what's on TV. Last year we watched Scream because my wife had never seen Scream. But yeah, do they link together, Jason? American Horror Story. Do the seasons link together in a weird way? So all the seasons basically have the same exact cast, but they're playing different parts in different stories, and occasionally characters, and I'm not spoiling anything, but occasionally characters from previous seasons will appear as their character from previous seasons in a current season or a later season. And I don't know if this is all going to tie together in the end, but it's really cool. I love the format of it because, you know, same actors, different characters per season. It's really cool. It's a really cool idea. I definitely recommend it. It took me a couple episodes to get into it. The first season that I watched was what was the first season that I watched? American Horror Story seasons. I think it wasn't Hotel. It was, is it Murder House? Oh, I did watch Murder House. Okay, so that is the very first season that I watched, and it was the first season of the entire show. So yeah, it was a good season. Start with Murder House, the first season of American Horror Story, if you're gonna watch it. And it's a very bingeable show, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah. What's the point of wearing a helmet in an X-wing if you're in space, Sergeant Duckers? I mean, for the same reason. What do you mean? I mean, what's the point of wearing a helmet if you're on Earth? What like in terms of G-forces and stuff like that? I mean, X-wing pilots don't have any kind of oxygen system over their face, so I would assume that it's just for a lot of the reasons that, you know, pilots and aircrew wear cranials just in case there's a bump, or you need to, you don't want to slam your head against your instrument panels, right? Well, yeah. Are you entering the droid creation contest? Nope, this is the first I've heard of it. I actually don't really know what you're talking about, Saint. Your avatar, I keep out of the corner of my eye, it looks like an old, like, WinZip file icon. I don't know why. Oh, thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like, yesterday, the conversation got brought up about Boba Fett in The Mandalorian in yesterday's stream, and I started thinking about it, and it's kind of funny enough. Last night, I showed my nephew The Mandalorian trailer, and he thought that was Boba Fett, like I said in my video. And I woke up this morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video kind of discussing that. Just kind of, whatever. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. What would you do if you were given the opportunity to direct a Star Wars film, Apollo Films? Immediately decline and give it to somebody way more competent. Yeah, I have no delusions of my ability to direct a Star Wars film. I'm too scatterbrained. Yeah. Like, dude, I have video ideas that I love, but they would require me bothering some of my 501st friends. And I'm like, I don't want to bother them. But I love the idea. But I don't want to bother them. Hey, you want to come out to the park and put your Stormtrooper armor on for a couple hours and let me video you walking around and posing. I'm sure they would do it. They would love it, but I don't know. But in all seriousness, I really don't know. All the ideas that I have would be, well, it's kind of funny. I wrote a few pages of a fan film. This was, I don't know, 5 years ago. I took pictures of it on my Instagram, and I really liked it. And what it was about stormtroopers during Return of the Jedi on Endor, and they get kind of an order to go find a downed TIE pilot. A TIE fighter went down on Endor, and this unit was going to go recover either the remains or rescue this downed pilot. And as they're doing that, as they're moving to the location, there's a squelch on the microphones in their helmets, and they look up, and the second Death Star has exploded. They've lost all communication. They're on their own. That was my idea for a fan film. And then Battlefront 2 comes out, and I'm like, holy shit, there is a squad on Endor who look up and see the Death Star 2 exploding. I was just like, well, I liked the idea, but can't finish that now. Can't even pursue it now, because it would just be it would just be a complete copy. It was just kind of funny to me. When I played Battlefront 2, I sat back and I was like, holy shit. I mean, it's not the most original idea, but I thought, oh, it's a unique enough idea, and I could probably do something like this, but yeah. Anyway. Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Do you prefer shows with multiple seasons or mini-series? I enjoy mini-series because mini-shows overstay their welcome. It's kind of difficult when you look at a show like, what's a really good example? Let's look at like Narcos, right? Narcos with Pablo Escobar, 2 seasons, short and sweet. Obviously, there's spin-offs and stuff like that, but it did not overstay its welcome. It was fantastic through and through. They could have ran it into the ground and told this story over 6 seasons, maybe more. It's a very intricate story, and very interesting story, but it was short and sweet and some of the best TV I've ever seen. Now, shows like Lost, we got 1 billion seasons. Dexter, 1 billion seasons. Even shows like Breaking Bad knew when to stop, right? That was 5 seasons, I believe. They knew when to stop. So it's kind of a give and take, Vince. As long as the material's there, as long as things are interesting and fresh and new and don't feel forced and don't feel like they're just putting shit out to put shit out, then I'm fine with multiple seasons, right? But when things start to feel repetitive or probably my favorite example, Vince, is Rescue Me. I loved Rescue Me. That show was so damn good. I started watching it when I was in the Navy. I had big aspirations after watching that show. I was debating about becoming a D-seaman in the Navy instead of in aviation. Dude, Rescue Me was so good. I loved it. And then at a certain point, Tommy is just a drunk. It's just repeating itself over and over again. The music is great. The acting is fun. The stories are all right. But it started running itself into the ground so hard and overstaying its welcome. So, if I know how it ends, by the way, but I didn't see the last few seasons. But it's a tough one. As long as the material's there to keep things interesting and fresh, I'm cool with as many seasons as they want to make. That being said, that is a very rare case, especially with like network television, right? If you have a show on FX or NBC or CBS or anything like that, who are they trying to please? The advertisers. And if you have a popular show, you just pump out as much shit as you possibly can. Quantity becomes paramount over quality. And you run it into the ground in order to kind of please this weird give and take with the advertising community, right? But anyway, Vince. I don't have a definitive answer on that, to tell you the truth. I've seen shows like miniseries that are short and sweet and perfect. I've seen shows with 6 seasons, 7 seasons that are fantastic as well. So it all boils down to the execution, right? We shall see. But I appreciate that, Vince. It's definitely an interesting topic of conversation. But yeah. First Magin. I'm an idiot and I'm probably reading that wrong. But First Magin, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. I don't know if you meant to type a little message in there or not, or if you wanted to be a silent supporter, but I appreciate it all the same, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel this afternoon, First. And once again, I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's hump day, right? It's Wednesday. But thanks again, man. I appreciate that. And Carter Lovejoy, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this afternoon. Do 501st Legion and Rebel Legion groups have meetings? Like you get together somewhere to discuss and talk about things for your chapter and hang out with each other? Or is it all just online? So, yeah, 501st and Rebel Legion members often are in the same spot. And some 501st members are, in fact, most, I'm trying to think of, I know more people that are in the 501st and also in the Rebel Legion than I do people that are just in the 501st. So generally, from my experience at least, 501st members, a lot of them are also Rebel Legion members. So you often see a lot of Rebel Legion members at 501st meetings and charity troops and stuff like that, because sometimes they're also invited by by the same organization that invited the 501st, and it's always cool. There's very friendly community for sure. For the most part, I never really communicated online with Rebel Legion members. I usually just checked like the forums and stuff like that for troops and talked to my buddies about which troops they were doing. But I was never a Rebel Legion member. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's definitely two fun organizations. And, for me, it was all about a lifelong desire to have a full set of Star Wars or Stormtrooper armor. And I fulfilled that dream. And I don't really have much of a desire to do the Rebel Legion. Oh, one sec.
But if I link you a conversation I had with someone about the Obi-Wan series, could I get your thoughts? Maybe it's some good points for a video.
Oh, wow, Brandon. The robot fixed itself at the end there. Weird. Weird, man. I appreciate that. Give me one sec, Brandon. But yeah, Carter, it's definitely hanging out in... I would say it's almost hanging out in real life at troops more than online, because the forums and everything is kind of separated. All the build tutorials and stuff like that are kind of separated from one another, legion to legion. But you always run into them online for sure. Let me take a quick sip. And 8080 chat, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. So did you laugh when you saw Bill Burr? I did. I love it. Dude, I had the dumbest smile on my face. When he, blows his cheeks out while he's shooting his blaster, pops around the corner, blows his cheeks out, fires rounds, and yeah, I had a big, stupid smile on my face because, A, I love Bill Burr. I've been a fan of his stand-up for so many years. I listened to his Monday morning podcast, and I just love him in interview settings, even like some of Conan's best clips, Conan O'Brien's best clips are when Bill Burr's on his show. I love him. But I'm so excited to see him in the show. There is no question in my mind that I am getting a Bill Burr Mandalorian action figure. We don't even know the character's name, but I'm getting that action figure as soon as it becomes available to order. So yeah, I'm super pumped to see what role he plays. I hope he, in my head, I've kind of built his character up as like just a sarcastic, kind of an asshole, doesn't take things too serious. You know what I mean? I hope it's like Bill Burr. Yeah, me too. That's basically what I'm saying. Oh, Bill. Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought, okay. That would be hilarious. Yeah, but I hope his character is just like Bill Burr. Like just all around, just kind of a who gives a shit attitude. He's just here to get some stuff done. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see, like, that's probably the thing I'm like almost most excited to see in this show. I'm my favorite stand-up comedian in Star Wars. It's awesome. It's awesome. If you guys don't know Bill Burr, you're not familiar with his stand-up, you probably recognize him from Breaking Bad. He was in a couple or just one. What was it? One episode of Breaking Bad? He was the guy who parked the truck on the train tracks, right? That's what he did, I think. It's been a long time since I've watched that show, but yeah. Anyway, AT-AT. I'm excited, man. Can't wait. And Brandon Gray 666, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. I greatly appreciate that, man. Where did it go? There we go. I know this is a Mandalorian stream. Not necessarily. We've probably talked 5% Mandalorian and 95% nonsense. I know this is a Mandalorian stream, but if I link you a conversation I had with someone about the Obi-Wan series, could I get your thoughts? Maybe it's some good points for a video. Oh, yeah, for sure. Probably the easiest way to do that, man, is if you tweet it to me, I will see it. What's your Twitter handle? Let me see. Is it Brandon Gray 666? Let's see if that works. Don't know. It doesn't look like this account's very active. But yeah, absolutely. Fire it my way. Either send it to me on Twitter, which is probably the best place to send it to me, to tell you the truth, or even in an email. But I would love to check it out. I haven't really thought about the Obi-Wan series too much, so yeah, I'd enjoy hearing a little conversation about that. It would be under a different handle. Yeah, what's the handle? I'll look it up right now, and I'll be on the lookout for a notification there. I changed my Twitter settings in preparation for like an onslaught of spoilers, and I think I changed some settings to where certain words get filtered out, certain accounts that aren't verified through phone numbers get filtered out. So I'm probably missing a lot of notifications because of that, but I'm playing it super safe, you know? But yeah, I'll be on the lookout, man. True Fox game. Nice. Yeah, shoot me the video, and I'll or whatever it is, if it's a video or if it's a an audio clip, I'll be on the lookout for sure. True Fox game. Nice, man. But I appreciate that. And yeah, I actually do have a audio recorded talking about Ewan McGregor and what he said, about this project being an idea, I guess, is the best way to put it, for the past 4 years. And I need to edit that audio and put that out, but yeah, Brandon, I appreciate that, man. Yes, I would prefer the Mandalorian's name to remain incognito, for sure, Scout. I like it. He's the man with no name. He's the Clint Eastwood character from the Dollars, But yeah. Yuki Shepard, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Hey, Greedo, can you still get on Discord later? Yeah, I said afternoon, right? I'm going to, after this stream, which is right now, pretty much, I'm stopping. I'm gonna knock some stuff out around the house, and then I'll sit back down and I'll get on Discord if that's cool. If everybody's on, I don't want to hop on when some people are missing, but yeah, definitely. I can't tonight. I'm gonna stream tonight, and then Game 7 of the World Series is on. Hell yeah, Game 7. Pretty pumped, but yeah, give me like 30-40 minutes after the stream, and I'll hop on. I'm suspecting that my daughter will still be asleep. She was exhausted earlier. So I think today is going to be like a 2.5 hour nap, but we shall see. But yeah, Yuki, I appreciate that, man. All right, I got to get going. Let me think. Oh, Stuart, I was planning on making a video about that. But I don't know if I will. When I do, I'll give my thoughts. Let me think. All right, so tonight, Battlefront 2 stream. Probably play a lot of co-op. Tomorrow, hopefully get a video out. Oh, Vince Wynn, thank you so much, man. Coming in with the final super chat and channel support. Oh, no reason to apologize. Do you think we'll get deep in Mando's character, or will he be more like Mad Max, Clint Eastwood, reluctant hero type who stumbles into others' issues? That was initially what I thought, Vince. And obviously we don't have anything to go by other than these trailers. But initially I thought it was going to be that. Just kind of the reluctant hero, the Mad Max. That's a good way to put it. I haven't really thought of it in the Mad Max terms. But I initially thought that. But the more we saw of this trailer, the more we saw... like he's, I don't know that character's name, but I don't know if we, the female character, the actress's name I believe is Gina. I don't know. He almost, it's almost like an old friend. I think we're gonna definitely go into the character deeper than I initially thought. You know, and I have a feeling that what I thought initially is wrong. I'm sure it will start. The series will start like that, you know, the reluctant hero who gets pulled into a broader, you know, maybe emotionally turmoil situation. I really don't know, but I would definitely guess that we'll get more than just kind of the gruff, silent type. Eventually, I'm sure the show will start off like that, which I'm super excited to see. But I want it to get deeper into the Mando's character as the show progresses, right? I want the audience to kind of feel, I want to feel the same kind of standoffish feelings that a lot of the locals in the show are probably going to feel when it comes to the Mandalorian, the character himself. And I want us and the characters in the story maybe to not really be all that in tune with him and maybe not trust him a little bit. But yeah. Need to dissect the character if you're gonna have multiple seasons, for sure. I don't know if I want to see him unmasked though. I like the man with no name vibe, right? But yeah. Gavin Lopez, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. What's with the episode 9? Let me take a quick sip of water here. Jason, nice. Congrats, man. One sec. I actually saw that magnet order come through, and I sat back and I was like, I didn't even know T-Public sold magnets. That's cool. That's awesome. Gavin Lopez, what's with the episode 9 leaked ending BS videos? You know, it's that kind of stuff has never surprised me, Gavin. I've been on YouTube talking about Star Wars for 8 years now, a little over 8 years. I have seen, no joke, thousands of those types of videos and posts and articles pop up here and there, oftentimes from the same sources, right? So when somebody was wrong about The Force Awakens, wrong about The Last Jedi, wrong about everything, and they're batting a big fat goose egg, I do not understand why. I understand why they make the videos, why they write the articles. Money! But I don't understand why people continuously go back to these certain sources. It's weird to me. It's very weird to me. So yeah, I pay them no mind. I've made a lot of parody videos about that kind of shit in the past. And it's just like, it's kind of the nature of the beast nowadays, right? Anything for clicks. You claim you have something, clicks. The worst culprit when it comes to like quote unquote news entertainment website is shit, I actually started writing a video about them the other day. What is it called? Let me go back to my Hello Greedo folder. It's a UK based giant piece of shit. Express. Express is the worst. Anybody that uses Express as a source, do not listen to that anybody. I mean, holy fucking jumping shit. Express is garbage. Just Google Star Wars leak Express, and you will just see years and years worth of bullshit that they pulled from Reddit or YouTube as sources. Anything for clicks, man. I have always said, don't step in the bullshit. And when I say don't step in the bullshit, that is what I mean. So, yeah, it's not just exclusive to Star Wars, right? Bullshit is everywhere. Bullshit is everywhere. It's just kind of the nature of like online quote unquote journalism nowadays. There does not need to be any kind of fact checking. There doesn't need to be any kind of legitimacy. If you hear a whisper on the breeze, you write an article about it, you make a video about it. It's transparent bullshit. But yeah. Anyway, Gavin, I appreciate the support. Yeah, and don't step in the bullshit. If you want one of my favorite videos I've ever made, appreciate that, DC, for reminding me of this. But if you haven't seen my video about Super Shadow, Gavin, Google like Hello Greedo first Star Wars internet troll or something like that. I made a video about a guy named Super Shadow who posted for like a decade pretending to be an insider and having all these leaks, and eventually, well, you'll watch the video. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made. And everyone should watch that video when they check out all these spoilery fake bullshits that they see online. So anyway, I appreciate that, Gavin. And Mr. St. Jake, thank you so much for coming in with the final super chat and channel support of this stream. He says, Christina got me a new Hello Greedo shirt for our anniversary, LOL, and we got a magnet for the fridge. 21 years. 21 years, that's crazy. Well, first of all, congratulations, man. I feel like last year you were telling us 20 years. Were you on here last year saying 20? Time flies. Insane. But dude, congratulations. If everybody could do me a big favor and say congrats to Christine. I can't speak today. I can't speak today. Christina and Jason, say congrats. That's a huge feat. You're still having fun. There's no question about it. I see you guys playing video games and stuff like that. And that's a cool gift. That's a cool gift knowing that you got a goofy. What shirt was it? What shirt was it? That's really cool, man. And like I said earlier, I didn't know that TeePublic sold magnets. I opened my email the other day and I was like, magnet sale? TeePublic sells magnets? The beer. Oh, nice. The OG. Awesome. Yeah, I was like, magnets? And I went to the website just to double check. I was like, oh, wow, there are magnets. That's kind of cool. The one thing they need to put on there, they got coffee mugs. That's awesome. I drink a lot of coffee. I collect coffee mugs. But the one thing they need on there are pint glasses or mugs, like beer mugs. I would love for them to have pint glasses on there and have a Hello Greedo etching on the side of a pint glass. I think that I would love that. But yeah. Anyway, my old one was tattered. Yeah, mine is in bad shape. I've had mine for like 6 or 7 years, and I wore it almost. I mean, in the past, I used to wear it nonstop, almost in every single video. I have a bad habit of like wearing a t-shirt once for a couple hours, throwing it on the ground, and then washing it when I could have worn it the rest of the day, or I didn't need to wash it. I was bumming around the house for an hour or for a video, and I just washed it so many times that that it just like it's fraying like crazy. And but yeah, anyway, yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support and appreciate the cool gift on a cool occasion. And congrats once again, man. Yeah, Hello Greedo sells t-shirts. And I make them all. There's like 50 designs on there, I think. Actually, one got taken down the other day. My Merry Christmas from the Galactic Empire shirt got taken down. That was a fun one. It was me, an outline of me with a wreath around me. And it was a fun one. I had a Santa hat on. It was cool, but it got taken down. So I don't know how many are still up there, but anyway, go to hellogrudo.com. You can click on the link and see that. But anyway, I don't know. Sometimes I guess Lucasfilm or Disney goes on the hunt and they just take down stuff that has some kind of copyright infringement. But that's how it goes. But all right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. Knock out some stuff around the house. I will be streaming some Battlefront tonight and then watching some Game 7 of the World Series. So, all right, everybody. Let me run down the list. Mr. St. Jake, Gavin Lopez, Vince Wynn, Yuki, Brandon Gray, AT Chat, Carter Lovejoy, First Imagine, Vince Wynn. Thank you guys so much for the super chats and channel support this afternoon. I greatly appreciate that. I will see you all tonight for a little bit of Battlefront. If I don't see you tonight, I will see you when I see you. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon, wherever the hell you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.